Welcome to the spot where the pages come alive. Comix Couple Cafe, where the fun vibes thrive. Comix Dad's got the scoop, Mrs. Comix brings the flair. Pour a cup, settle in, there's magic in the air. Comix Couple Cafe, oh what a scene. From manga to movies and all in between. News of the world or a hero's big fight. Chat with us live on this Thursday night. Flip through the panels and exciting anime scenes. Superhero showdowns and wild plot schemes. From breaking headlines to life's little wins, we're sipping and spilling where the fun begins. Hey, chat, jump in, tell us what you think. Is it capes or kaiju? Give us a wink. With Comix Dad's quips and Mrs. Comix's grace, this cafe's the heart of our geeky space. So grab your favorite issue, pull up a chair. Comix Couple Cafe, we're beyond compare. From comics to life, we're here to stay. Tune in, let's chat at the cafe today. Flip through the panels and exciting anime scenes. Superhero showdowns and wild plot schemes. From breaking headlines to life's little wins, we're sipping and spilling where the fun begins. Hey chat, jump in, tell us what you think. Is it capes or kaiju? Give us a wink. With Comix Dad's quips and Mrs. Comix's grace, this cafe's the heart of our geeky space. So grab your favorite issue, pull up a chair. Comix Couple Cafe, we're beyond compare. From comics to life, we're here to stay. Tune in, let's chat at the cafe today.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Comix Couple Cafe. I, of course, am Comix Dad, and this is, as usual, Mrs. Comix. And tonight we are here with our drinks and our friends. Your drink?
It's right here.
Yeah, come on, it's the cafe. But first and foremost, welcome back everybody. Let us take a quick look and see who's here. Let's say hello to everybody on the YouTube side. We have, of course, our friend Error of Fate, always popping in, saying probably late. Have fun, Comix crew. Hi and bye. Error of Fate, I'm sure we'll see you later in the stream, like always. Panda Simone is here. Hey, Panda Simone. Hope you're doing well. Mary R is here in the chat. Mary R, how are you? Welcome to the Comix crew. Welcome to the Comix Dad channel. I hope you're doing all right, and I hope you enjoy our stream here tonight. Deborah Perkins is in the chat. Deborah Perkins says, Hail Comix Dad. Still working, but here. So Deborah's going to be lurking for a bit. That's okay. We love the lurkers. I love the lurkers. John Abler's here, says, Hail. John Abler, too, going into lurk mode while I eat some dinner. All right, and then over on the Rumble side, we have one person watching.
Hey, Deborah.
Oh, yep, Deborah says hi, wife of Comix Dad. Hi, love. And we have one person watching over on Rumble, so whoever you are over on Rumble, feel free to pop into the chat and say hello. unless it's John, like last week.
John.
But hello, whoever you are over on Rumble, feel free to pop in the chat over there. We'll see you as well, because we are dual streaming over on both YouTube and Rumble, like we will be for all of our Thursday live shows moving forward. Our test last Friday was a success for the most part. For the most part, I'm not. Rumble Studio is I was a fan of using it on Friday last week. A couple of minor tweaks that need to be done, but from my understanding, Rumble Studio is a hell of a lot better now than it was just 6 months ago. So we're going to keep using Rumble Studio for the dual streams on Thursdays, at least until something else comes along. Do you mind? All I hear is ice sloshing around next to me.
You know, like the cold foam is sitting on top of the cup, and you want to go all the way in so you can taste it throughout the whole entire cup.
But the cold
That's my problem.
But the cold foam is supposed to sit on top.
No, it's supposed to be mixed in so it tastes good.
Whatever. Different strokes for different folks. But well, first and foremost, I hope everybody has had a pretty good week so far. Um, well,
God.
I mean, the two of us, we both with our 9 to 5s have not had a great week, but
no, but
we're here. We're here with you guys. We're hanging out, and we are just looking forward to just having a good night with you guys, having fun, talking about some stuff. Oh, that reminds me. Let's get our ticker going across the top. There we go. Boom. Welcome to the Comix Couple Cafe. Grab your drinks and let's talk Nintendo Switch 2, Val Kilmer, Minecraft, and more. And that's what we're going to be talking tonight. And we're actually going to get into our first topic for anybody who likes video games or just Nintendo, or just kind of likes just keeping your finger on the pulse of just current events. Nintendo did their live stream. They call it a direct. But they did their basically reveal on more details about the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2 system and some games that are be coming out with it as well. But we're gonna get into it.
Hi, Error. I said you're lurking, but hey, just want to say hi to my buddy.
But yeah, let's get on into it. So this is the overview trailer for Nintendo Switch 2. So let's just see what they got to say about it.
The Nintendo Switch 2 system can adapt to suit your situation, however you like to play. In TV mode, use the dock to play on a bigger screen. In tabletop
Sorry
mode,
guys, I'm trying to adjust the mic and the boom.
You like using the stand, and share a controller with a friend. In
handheld
mode, play anywhere you go.
They want to see
With these three
I'm just kidding.
Oh no!
What did you do?
We're getting the spinning wheel. Curse you, YouTube.
Doesn't really matter. They see the whole thing.
No. Alright, well, we'll just skip the frames. So, basically, Nintendo Switch 2, it's going to be bigger. Same thickness. But almost a whole 2 inches bigger. They're saying it's supposed to run 4K, both on TVs if it's a 4K enabled TV, and also the screen itself supposedly is supposed to run games 4K, and then also up to 120 frames per second on the actual console itself, on the screen itself of the console. Obviously, that's going to be dependent upon the titles and in which they say it'll work on, but overall, I mean, we didn't. Excuse me. They didn't go and reinvent the wheel, but they just improved on something on the wheel that they created like 7-8 years ago. The Joy-Cons. Let's see. The Joy-Cons are larger. Can we get over to the frame? There we go.
Release button on the back.
Oh, there we go. Yep, they're magnets. The Joy-Cons are bigger. They have magnets in them. You just release it, they hold firm, or at least they're supposed to. I'm hoping there is no drift issues in the Joy-Cons like there was in the original Nintendo Switch, because we have gone through so many Joy-Cons on the original Switch.
And they're not cheap.
No. Well, I mean, the knockoff ones I get off Amazon.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about the original.
So this right here is what I'm actually excited about with the new Switch, with the Switch 2, because when you use the Joy-Cons as two individual controllers, as you can see, the bottom one is from the first Switch. The top one is from the new Switch 2 that's coming out. Those, you're supposed to be able to hold just one of them sideways and use it as a smaller controller. But with the first Switch, the original Switch, you can see those buttons are so freaking small that I couldn't even press them with my fingertips. It was just a pain in the ass to use. So I like that those buttons are bigger. Let's see. Something interesting is that it can be used as they have like a mouse mode, mouse controls where you can lay the Joy-Con down and slide it back and forth and use it like a computer mouse. Except you won't be doing any internet browsing. You'll just play the game as if you're playing it on PC with a mouse. But it's not going to be PC. It's going to be Switch 2. Let's see what else. They have built-in mic, they have voice chats, they have new chat capabilities, which is basically like they're ripping off Discord up to 4 people. Oh, here we go. It's got larger internal storage on it. So the first Switch was I don't know. Hold on. Let me pull it up over here. Because Rumble Studio doesn't always pull up all the Discord chat. Hey, Shellfrogs is in the chat. Hey, Shellfrogs. How are you? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I mean, it's got larger internal storage, 256 gigs, which is great because the original Switch is only 32. Better fan ventilation, so this way, obviously, the Switch doesn't heat up while it's inside the dock. That was a problem that I still have with my Switch. The one problem, or the one thing one of the other things I did not like about this is that I don't think they even have it here in the video. Is that the micro SD cards that you put into it for expandable storage, you can't just use a regular micro SD card like you can in the first Switch. It has to be a micro SD express card, which has a faster read-write speed. For anybody that knows anything about computers and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm assuming, I haven't looked up the prices of SD express cards, but I'm assuming they're going to be more expensive than regular SD cards. Which SD cards are not crazy expensive, but I mean, depending upon how big you want, how much extra storage you want, it can be a good chunk of change. All right, let's go into the chat real quick. John Abler said, I'm definitely buying one, registered to buy, just hope I can get my hands on one or pre-order. We will be talking about buying one, pre-orders, price, all that stuff. Pretty much after we go through the other stuff that I have here, I want to show off about it. So I saw Deborah said over in YouTube, which for some reason it's not popping up in Rumble, in the Rumble studio. But Deborah said... Where did Deborah say? I
don't play the Switch.
Yeah, I don't play the Switch. Is this a big and good difference? I mean, yes and no.
There's its pros and cons to it.
Yeah. The pros are you're getting a larger screen if you want to play it on the handheld, which is great. You'll get better image quality. You're gonna be getting a whole bunch of new games for it. But the downside is it's coming in at a price point of $450, which isn't too bad considering the hardware upgrade we're getting in it.
Yeah.
I personally think it should be more towards $400 instead of $450, but that's just me. As a $50 difference at the end of the day is not the biggest deal. What is a big deal is that it looks like Nintendo is trying to set the market for game prices again. So over the last few years, people have grown accustomed to, not willingly, but very begrudgingly, we've all that play video games on consoles especially have grown accustomed to games being at a $70 price point.
Or 60.
Well, the 60's been the standard for a long time.
Yeah.
But now over the last, pretty much since the launch of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, we have seen game prices go up to upwards of $70 or $75 just for the base game, not including DLC or battle passes or add-on stuff, whatever. Games that Nintendo has announced that will be coming out for the Nintendo Switch 2 are starting at $70 or even $80 just for the digital version, not even for the physical. The physicals are going to be $10 more. And even then, for some of the games, it's not even really physical. You're getting like a game key card that basically it's a game card for the game, but it doesn't have the game on it. All it has is a license for the game on it. So it's a license, you put it in, and then the license registers that you have paid for the license to play the game, and then it'll download the game onto the system, and you'll be able to play the game. I'm not a fan of that. A lot of people are not a fan of that. A lot of people still like digital media, and it seems like Nintendo's trying to do away with it. And I'm not a fan of anybody doing away with physical media, because digital media is not ours. We don't own digital media. Digital media is all licenses.
this is my thing.
Yeah.
Like me personally, and I'm being honest, I play video games. I have a Switch Lite, which is the handheld version of Switch. It's not the Switch. It's the Nintendo DS of Switches. It's portable. So
it's a Switch, but you can't
put
put
it
onto
on
the
a
TV.
dock. You have to
there
charge
is no
it through
dock
a cord.
for it.
So my thing is this. I don't mind paying $4.50 for a console because I understand it's new. You know, the Mario Kart game looks really cool. The Mario Kart looks awesome. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, we'll get into that over here.
But my thing is this. If I'm going to pay $4.50 for a console, I'm not going to start paying $90 per game. That is ridiculous. I'm sorry, but there are some families who cannot afford that, and I think it's fucked up.
Well, they're not just marketing to families. The Nintendo Switch is...
No, I understand
video games
that.
are marketed towards everyone.
But this is what I'm saying. There are people who can afford it because, number one, they don't have kids, or they live with their parents and don't have to pay nothing. People like that can afford this stuff. People like me and Comix Dad who have a mortgage and a car payment, and, you know, we have bills and kids. You can't, I mean, that's hard. It's hard to juggle all that. Plus, groceries are still high. Gas is still up there. Like, it's ridiculous they're charging so much for this stuff when, in fact, they have to realize some families are barely getting by, and you want them to buy a $450 console and then turn around and buy $90 per game. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, 70, 80, 90. Well, 70 has been the standard now, but even 80, $90 a game.
Exactly. 60 or 70, I'll pay that. I've been doing it for a long time. I don't care. My daughter likes Minecraft. I pay $60 for Minecraft. I don't care. My point is, this is ridiculous how much they're raising prices on this stuff. And honestly, I would love it because, I mean, look at the Mario Kart that you guys are watching right now. It's so freaking cool.
This is footage of the new Mario Kart game that's going to be a day one title for Switch 2. They're calling it Mario Kart World. It looks like it's fun. You can play as a freaking cow. It looks like it's going to be a blast, but the problem is the digital version of this game, unless you go and get the day one Switch 2 bundle, which is $500.
Yep.
So $450 for the Switch 2 and only $50, quote unquote, only $50 for Mario Kart World, as opposed to 80 or 90. 80 for the digital, 90 for the physical is what it's looking like it's going to be. So you're saving $30 on the digital. Big savings. When games shouldn't be $80. And there are people out there that are arguing they should be, and because, games were more expensive, were about that price back in the day. Okay. Yeah, in other countries, I've seen people be debunked on that because what images that people have been showing around, they've been showing from like Canadian Toys R Us catalogs and stuff like that. So the prices in Canada was not nearly as valuable as the American dollar 30 years ago. So
no, Deborah, and you're right. The prices do sound expensive. Canada is charging $100 more for the Switch 2 than they are in America. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I personally feel like...
Well, yeah, the Canadian dollar still isn't one-to-one with the American dollar, but
this is my thing. Like, I don't care about paying $450. I'll pay $450, but come down the price on the games because you got to realize something. Like I was saying, there are plenty of families who are their kids are gonna want this because their friends are gonna have it. My daughter, once she sees this, guess what? Mom, I want the Switch too.
I mean, granted, don't get me wrong. I want the Switch too.
No, so do I.
But I'm not buying it day one just for Mario Kart World. I will wait. Plus, I still have to finish getting my PC built. And once I get the PC built, anything that's before Switch, that's what emulation is for. So... because for anybody that doesn't know, there's Nintendo Switch Online service, which also you get access to. Basically, it's their own online emulator of previous Nintendo consoles and games that were popular on those consoles, which they'll be doing a Nintendo GameCube one now on that.
Gotcha.
That they'll be rolling out. But again, that's also going to be available in the more pricey Nintendo Switch Online tier, because they have two tiers, the basic tier and the Plus expansion tier, which is, I think, like, if you're doing yearly, which we do, the family membership, and it's, like, I think $45 a year currently for the base. Yeah. But we can have, I think, up to 8 people on that. The Plus expansion one for a year, I think, is double the price, is $90 a year.
Yeah. But real quick, Comics Now, I want to do a fast shout out. So,
oh yeah, well, hold on, just real quick. John Adler said, hopefully pricing is the exception, not the rule for all games. We're gonna find out, John. We're gonna find out. We'll see how basically the rest from June, which is when this releases, through the rest of the year. We'll see how it goes. But Mrs. Comics, you wanted to do a quick shout out?
I did. So next week, I may not be on much because my work schedule, I'm not going to lie to you, my work schedule is so bad right now because we're in our time of year.
Are you shouting somebody out or are you giving a notice?
No, I'm shouting something out. Just give me a second.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
The reason why I'm bringing it up now is because I don't know if I'm going to be on a lot next week because, like I said, my work schedule it's our busy season and I'm working like over almost 50 hours a week now because I'm literally doing a lot. So next weekend is our oldest comics kid number 1 is her 10th birthday. So
well, we're gonna stream next Thursday.
I'm probably not gonna
be on. I have Talking Shop next week with Tom.
Yeah. So just in case,
but I'm gonna give her a shout out with Tom on Talking Shop next week.
Well, that's fine. But I just wanted to do a shout out now because I'm not gonna probably be on for a while. I just wanted to shout out happy birthday to my wonderful little girl. She's going to be 10 years old. Hell. She's getting so big. Oh my God. And that
was bothering me. Your hat was crooked.
And she, she's growing up so quick. Like, I cannot believe how 10 years went by so fast. And she looked at him one day and was just acting like a teenager. We were both looking at her like, what happened?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, right.
Where did it go? So yeah, I just want to wish her a happy, wonderful birthday and many more wonderful birthdays.
Absolutely. Big one. If you're watching this eventually, happy birthday, kiddo. But let's get back over to this. I do want to just show off a couple other titles that were announced in the Direct yesterday. So this is... Did they show who this is yet? No, you haven't. But let's hear. We're going to skip ahead. So we are getting our first Donkey Kong title in... I don't even know how long. So that is definitely a huge plus. John Abler said, I just upped up to the expansion yesterday, plus the family membership. I have my daughter on the plan. Deborah Perkins says, John Abler, are you kidding me? Or are you adding me to the family plan too? This is why I love you. John Abler says, happy birthday to your little one. Yep. Thank you so much, John. Our big little one.
Our big little one. She's going through what we call the teenage stage. She's at this age now where she is moody as can be. So 1 minute she's okay.
She's only turning 10.
Yeah, but she's going through things early. So it's crazy how fast life went. It just... You blink and they're a baby, and then you blink and they're 10 years old. And yeah. I cannot believe how fast everything went. And, but I got to say, I enjoyed this wonderful 10 years. It has been amazing watching her grow up and become the young lady that she's being. So absolutely. Thank you, John. We appreciate it. I'll tell her you said happy birthday.
Shellfrog says, John Handler making sure Deborah Perkins is included. You're an amazing man. And Deborah says, I get it, but we will miss you, my beautiful friend, for just in case you're not around next week for any of the streams.
Yeah, love
it. While we've been talking about this, though, I've just been playing. This is the trailer for the new Donkey Kong game. This is the first, like I said, this is the first Donkey Kong title we're getting. I think since the Nintendo GameCube. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Or no, I think it's either since the GameCube or since the Nintendo 64. But either way. And then this is just one more title that, for anybody who knows doesn't
64, know. The Donkey Kong 64 game.
No, I know, but I can't remember if there was one on GameCube. But this next one here, this is called The Duskbloods. This is a title from the studio From Software, which is the studio that did Elden Ring. And also the studio, I believe, they also did the Dark Souls franchise. So this is a title that they are doing, which is basically along the same line. It's a Souls-like game, but it's being made and released exclusively for Nintendo Switch 2. So and it's just it looks like it's very dark, very gloomy. This is the main character, and it looks like you're playing as this dude the whole time. And he's like some kind of a vampire or something, I think. Not to be confused with the Duskwalker, which is an awesome looking game that's hopefully coming out this year, later this year. But yeah, I found it really interesting and really cool that From Software was doing a title, a new IP specifically for Nintendo. That will hopefully run well on Nintendo Switch 2. Air Fate says Donkey Kong Country was a good game. And I'm not throwing it up on the screen. Oh, there it is. Nope, there's not. Now, I can't throw it up on the screen. It's not showing up in Rumble Studio, but I'll just read it out. Error of Fate on the YouTube side says Donkey Kong Country was a good game. Glad they're making another Donkey Kong game, although I probably won't get to Switch 2. No, that's fine. Honestly, if we're playing around with the idea. I don't necessarily want to buy the Switch 2 on day one just to get one game. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to pay $70, $80, $90 for any other games that are coming out for it. If we get the Switch 2 day one, it'll only be for the $500 bundle to get Mario Kart World, for which comes out to be only $50 if it's because it's part of the bundle. That would be the only way we're getting Switch 2 is literally just for one game, and even then, I feel really bad spending that much money on a console just to play one freaking game to start. But yeah.
Oh, and Panda, thank you for wishing my daughter a happy birthday. I really do appreciate it. It's on the. It's on. I can see it on my phone.
It's on the YouTube side.
I think so. Yeah.
Panda Simone, says happy B-Day to the young one Comix wife.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, I might eventually go back to StreamYard, but the only thing about StreamYard is that if I go to StreamYard, I can't multi-stream on StreamYard unless I pay pay for the services on StreamYard, which I think comes out to, like, depending upon which which tier I do, it's upward of $80 a month for StreamYard. And I am not paying that for StreamYard, so I will deal with Rumble Studio for multi-streaming. I am okay with that.
Deborah, to answer your question, the usual price average is between like $60 to $75. It depends on what game you get. Some games are cheaper.
No, Switch games aren't. Regular Switch games currently are not that expensive.
Bull crap.
No, they're only up to $60.
No, I paid for Minecraft. I bought the extended whatever the hell it was, and I paid $70 at the that store in Lancaster. I paid $70 for that copy. Yes, I did.
No, there's no way.
I paid $70 for that.
It was a used copy.
No, it was brand new.
It was brand new?
It was brand new.
No, Minecraft is not
Unless
selling.
they overcharged me.
They probably overcharged you because you went without me and bought it.
Well, because I was her.
No, that goes to show, Mrs. Cummings. When buying video games, don't go anywhere without the Comix tab.
Yeah, like I don't like when I do oil changes. I let you do it because I don't do car stuff.
Exactly. Thank you. But no, Deborah, to actually answer your question, Switch games can run anywhere from, if you get them brand new, will run anywhere from $50 to $60. And depending upon depending upon the game, you can get them as low as like $15, $20. But anything that is made specifically by a Nintendo studio, so a developer that Nintendo actually owns and controls, the resale value on those are really high. So even pre-owned on like some of the major titles, like Super Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, all the Pokemon games, Legend of Zelda, stuff like that, it's not going to be that much of a difference from new to used. So at that point, you might as well get new. John Abler says Xenoblade tend to be the pricey ones. Yes, Xenoblade also are pricey even on the used side, which I do want to get Xenoblade Chronicles X. I need to pick that up.
I got to tell Deborah something, though. So, Deborah, I had reached out to Shell Frogs because my almost 10-year-old now, for her birthday, is into this rustic country dress type thing where it's like these country girl dresses with like the matching, like the cute, like little like country boots or whatever. So, since you're from Texas, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Why are you talking about dresses? We're looking at Metroid.
Because I'm telling her because she's.
But it's Metroid Prime. We're getting a new Metroid Prime game for Switch 2.
I understand, but so.
Major Zap is here.
If you and Shell Frogs can give me an idea
Hail
of
Major
what
Zap.
to get, that'd be great because I don't know what the hell. I don't wear dresses. I wear leggings and t-shirts. So Shell Frogs has been great showing me what, like what's the best thing to do. But if you see anything that you think is cute, let me know. Because I don't have fashion sense. This is what I wear. She's on to like the whole girly thing going on now.
Are we done talking about clothes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Era of Fate said, I think the only time I got Minecraft full version is when I actually paid for the Xbox 360 disc when it came out. Yeah, that's right. Minecraft is that old.
Well, Eric, I only did that because my daughter has autism, and this is the one game that she really connects with, and she's really good at it. Like, she builds really cool stuff, and so she loves this game.
You don't
But
need to yell.
we bought
my
her.
Ears. I have these headphones on, and you're still yelling at my ears.
We bought her a copy before this one, and she played it so much she burnt it out, like died. So we had to buy a new copy because she literally, like, she used it so much it was done. Like, I was like, wow.
But yeah, for what we're looking at right here now is Metroid Prime 4 footage that they released for the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement yesterday as well. Deborah says, Wife Comics said, I'll look. Thank you, Deborah. John Ambler says, that's okay. I don't wear dresses either.
Your granddaughter probably does.
John, I would be worried if you did.
With the pink lipstick.
All right. I don't know who these people are up here, but we're gonna do it.
What game is this?
Metroid Prime 4 for the
What
Nintendo Switch 2. Metroid.
I don't know what Metroid is.
Well, it's because you didn't have a childhood. But no, I guess we'll move on to our next thing we want to talk about. Mrs. Comics, you actually told me about this yesterday morning, even before it broke.
Oh, I was upset.
Even before it broke on X and on all the YouTube channels and all that stuff. Mrs. Comics was pretty much the first one to tell me about it.
Can I present it then?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, I love Val Kilmer. He is one of my favorite actors. I loved him as Batman. He's actually my favorite Batman, even before George Clooney and before.
Hold on, I'm sorry, Mrs. Comics. Hold on one second.
Okay.
Panda Simone said, "Oh, Shell Frogs will send you my new cell phone number, and we can make up that ladies chat if everyone's still into it."
Oh, that'll be yes. We need to. I definitely want to do that, and I'll add Sean onto the chat as well. But no, so I've always loved Val Kilmer. I loved him as Batman. I thought, me personally, he was the best Batman ever created. So the other night I was laying in bed and it was the middle of the night and that popped up on my phone and I went into shock because
it happened overnight.
It happened overnight. Yeah, he passed away from pneumonia. But he was battling throat cancer for the longest time, but he went into remission, I believe. And then he got pneumonia because his immune system was all messed up. And he passed away a few days ago, which was really sad to hear because I really love him as an actor. I've heard that he's a really nice guy, too, in person. Like, he's actually a decent human being. Was, yes.
Major Zap says he was amazing in Real Genius, which is right here on the IMDb page. I've never actually seen Real Genius before.
He was amazing in a lot of things that he did. I love him as an actor. He was amazing. And it's just sad, like, another really good actor passes away. You know, they're going like crazy. And the ones that are still alive that are pieces of shit, Dick Van Dyke, are still living and kicking. So
don't yell in my ear, Mrs. Comics. I know you're passionate about it, but don't blow out my eardrum. That's why we need to get you set up in the other rooms. That's why I can just mute you if you She blows out my ear like this all the time, guys. I'm joking. We're having fun. Ow!
Anyway, no, it's sad because, you know, I did like everything he did, and he was good. And
I was a fan of him, obviously, in Top Gun as the Iceman.
Oh, yeah, you like Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun's good. Of course, the greatest swordsman to ever live, Mad Mardigan in Willow.
Yep.
That might be your probably favorite role for him.
It is. It's one of them. But Batman's the other one. Like, he was the best Batman.
Him as Doc Holliday in Tombstone was probably one of my favorite Western roles.
So fun.
Yeah, Deborah says that didn't sound fun. Comics ad getting slapped in the eye like that. No, it wasn't. It wasn't Deborah. It was not. Shellfrog says, Comics ad, you must watch that movie. It is great. Real Genius, Shellfrogs. I'm assuming you meant. Shellfrog says, Comics ad gonna get smacked. There it is.
No, but and it sucks because
Batman Forever. There we go.
I love Batman Forever. He was, and I'm telling you,
Batman Forever with Jim Carrey as the Riddler and Tommy Lee Jones as the Joker, or not the Joker. I'm sorry, as Two-Face as Harvey Dent.
Another movie that I loved him in was The Ghost in the Darkness. That was such a great movie. He did such a great job. Like, you don't understand. Val Kilmer did so well in everything he did. He just did a really great job in everything.
Oh.
And it sucks that we lost a wonderful actor to pneumonia, you know?
And Shelf Frog says The Doors also amazing. Yeah, I've seen
Yeah.
The Doors movie. Name is Jim Morrison. Great job. Great movie. He did a wonderful job as portraying Jim Morrison. And then also what I did not know is that, where is it? I just passed it. Where is it? I did not know was that he was Moses in the animated
You didn't know
movie.
that?
I did not know that he was the voice of Moses in the animated movie,
so
The Prince of
good.
Egypt.
Telling you, he was amazing at everything he did.
Yeah, he's another one of those talents that just you kind of when he showed up, you were excited about.
Deborah, I agree with you. I like Michael Keaton, but he's my second favorite Batman. Val Kilmer is my first Batman. Not gonna lie though, the worst Batman of all time was Ben Affleck.
Best Batman of all time was Adam West.
No, it was not.
It was Adam West.
It was not.
It was Adam
It was
West.
Val Kilmer.
No, it was Adam West.
It was no. You're wrong.
Adam
You're
West.
so wrong.
Adam West.
Because Adam West is the old one that did the original TV show.
Exactly. Adam
Yeah,
West.
it doesn't
well,
matter.
no. If we're talking best live action Batman, Adam West. Best Batman overall, was definitely why the hell am I dropping the name? Dropping the name right now. Shit. Chat, help me out. Name of Batman's voice actor from the animated series. I don't know how I'm forgetting the name right now, but I am. It's gonna come the second I see it. I'm gonna kick myself for forgetting because we were just talking about him a couple weeks ago too.
I'll kick you for forgetting.
Fair enough.
I'll do it.
But anyway, but yeah, Val Kilmer, just a bunch of movies, a great career, and passed too soon.
Really? He was only
65.
65, right? Yeah.
Yep. And then actually, I found out something very interesting. Or not found out something interesting, but I heard a very interesting take today on the WDW Pro channel. It was today or it was yesterday? I think it was today. But arguably his best performance, which now thinking about this this perspective, I agree with. His best performance probably was him as Admiral Iceman in Top Gun Maverick when he reprised his role as Iceman in Top Gun Maverick. Because in Top Gun Maverick, Kevin Conroy, Jesus Christ, thank you, Error
Can I do it now?
I'm sorry, Lord, for taking your name in vain, but I'm really upset that I forgot Kevin Conroy. Yes, Kevin Conroy, best Batman overall ever, no matter what version of Batman you're looking at. But no, Top Gun Maverick, his him reprising his role as Iceman, was actually probably his best performance because anybody that hasn't seen Top Gun Maverick, Iceman, it pretty much tells Maverick that he tells him that he's dying and that he doesn't have long to live. He was diagnosed with I forget if it was cancer or some other kind of disease or illness, but he was on a ticking clock. And when they filmed Top Gun Maverick, Val Kilmer was already suffering from throat cancer, incurable throat cancer. So he knew he was on a ticking clock anyway. So it was what was it life imitates art or art imitates life, something like that. But yeah, WDW Pro had that take today over on his stream earlier today, and after he said it, I thought about it and said, that might have actually been his Val Kilmer's greatest performance because he had real life experience to play off of that with. Iceman was dying of terminal illness, and so was Val Kilmer at the time they filmed it.
He lost his voice right after that, actually.
So,
like a year or so, he lost his voice.
Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Thank you so much for the wonderful performances you've given us over the years. Let's see what else I had pulled up to talk about.
And come on, the Batman movie, his butler, come on. Michael Caine did a great Alfred.
Michael Caine wasn't his Alfred.
Yes, it was, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. It was not Michael Caine. Michael Caine was Christian Bale's
Alfred.
Christian
Bale's Alfred.
Yes.
Okay, never mind.
But
because he did a good Alfred. I liked him as Alfred.
Let's see. Deborah Perkins says Val should have won an Oscar for The Doors. He did Jim Morrison great. Absolutely. He should have. Let's pull up the chat over here. Yeah, Shellfrog says so sad with the throat cancer. Yep, yeah. Absolutely. But let's move on to our next topic. Coming out this weekend is a movie that is slated to potentially make in its opening. I don't know if it's in its opening weekend or yeah, I think in its opening weekend is potentially slated. People are saying anywhere from $70 million to $100 million, and it is the Minecraft movie. Just to give everybody an idea in terms of what it looks like. Actually, oh no, it actually was in theaters today. I believe this was from yeah. So my nerdy home went to go see it today.
Stupid.
Very very cringe, very dumb.
Stupid.
Now, if they made this 100% an animated movie, it probably would be a hell of a lot better. But it just looks like just from having the people and having live actors involved, it just looks awful. Jack Black shouldn't. Jack Black needs to stop being in everything. And then here, almost walk. Yeah, Steph from my nerdy home. I almost walked out of the Minecraft movie. Yeah, it just. I can't. We are not taking our daughter to it.
I refuse. She's not
our
allowed
daughter
to see
who
it.
loves Minecraft. We are not taking her to go see.
She's not allowed to see it. I refuse.
I know there's probably a bunch of kids out there that are excited for it, and good on them. And their parents, if their parents want to take them to it, good on them. We are not going to be. We are not going to be a set of those parents that's going to take our kids to go see this.
This is my thing as a parent.
Error of fate. Boo, boo.
This is my thing. I'm a parent. I have values in my family, and I told my daughter that some of the actors in this movie, preferably Jack Black, I do not agree with how he acts. I don't like the movies that he brings out. He's a horrible human being, and I don't want my daughter watching stuff like this. I don't want her involved in anything that he's in. So we will not be seeing that movie. Um, and I have my reasons. And as a Christian, I just don't feel that it's appropriate for him to be
I mean, it's not
influencing kids.
Well, I mean, it's not even really about being a Christian. He just is not. He's a crazy man.
Look at the movies
He's a crazy
that he puts
person.
out. He put out one about Satan for Santa Claus. He
Yeah.
put out a Satan movie.
No, I get that.
Come on.
What was that? What was that called?
It was called Satan instead of
No,
Santa.
it was called Dear Santa, but the kid
Whatever it was,
is
yes.
dyslexic or some shit. I don't know, and spelled it as
But the
Satan.
point is, it's not okay. And the way he acts, and I can't sit there and have my daughter watch this stuff.
Error Fate says, I've seen better Stickman animation movies.
Right?
Shellfrog says, this looks cheesy. I mean, it kind of is supposed to be. It's based on a very widely popular video game that's been around for, I think Minecraft's been around for almost 15 years now. But
Yeah,
it's geared towards kids. Kids love it. Even to this day, kids love it. Our older one loves it. Friends of hers at school love Minecraft. They all play it still. So, I mean, I understand the appeal behind it. I understand why they want to make this movie. It should be a home run financially for the studio because families are going to take their kids to go see it because kids want to see it. But
Except
it's
my
just
kid.
yeah. Well, I mean, she wants to see it, but we're not taking her to go see it.
Yeah.
If anything, we'll wait until it's out on streaming and then we'll watch it first, and then we'll determine if we want her to see it. Which, as most parents probably should. Deborah said, "Oh shoot, I got another drink. What are we talking about?" But I will agree with Wife of Comics.
I'm talking about Jack Black.
We're talking about the Minecraft movie.
And Jack Black.
Yeah.
I don't like Jack Black. I have my reasons why I don't like Jack Black. So I will not let my kids watch anything that he's in.
No.
I don't agree with what he believes in and how he acts. I think he's a immature asshole who needs to grow the hell up and be an adult.
Well, so does his bandmate Kyle Gass.
Well, he's even worse.
Yeah.
I can't stand him at all.
But,
And you know what? I used to watch his movies. I used to like Jack Black. I used to really support him. But lately, he has just went downhill. And he went into a spiral with Kyle. Was his name Kyle? Is that his name?
Kyle Gass.
Yeah, he went to a spiral with him.
Well, it's one of those situations where, again, as usual, celebrities need to stop using their celebrity as a platform for their political views. They need to shut the hell up and dance monkey entertain me. That's their job, is to entertain us, not to impart their political beliefs and views on us. And Jack Black needs to get back to doing that. And it seems like that's what he's doing because he's being put in a whole bunch of shit. He was good. He was good Bowser in the Super Mario Brothers movie.
Oh, I love the Peaches song.
The kids love it. I love it. I think it was a great job. He did a great job, and I'm not gonna take away from his accomplishments as an entertainer. But he needs to shut his damn mouth and just entertain me, monkey. Also, School of Rock, classic Jack Black movie.
See, I didn't like
I
that
love
movie.
School of Rock. I will always love School of Rock. But Deborah Perkins says, "Oh yeah, Jack Black. He's special."
Yeah, he is. What are you gonna do? I am excited though for we saw the third Sonic movie.
Yeah,
number 3.
We watched Sonic 3 a few weeks ago.
My daughter, my oldest daughter, when she's turning 10, she loves Sonic the Hedgehog. She loves Sonic, and I love that because I loved Sonic as a kid. Like that was my favorite game when I was a kid. So when she fell in love with it, it made me so happy. So we watched the Sonic movies. I'm not gonna lie, the third one was really cute. It wasn't as good as the first one. I like the first one out of all of them myself. I think Jim Carrey, even though I don't agree with Jim Carrey on some things, he was a great they call him Eggman now, which I don't understand why the hell they call him. It's stupid.
He's always been Dr. Eggman.
No.
Dr. Robotnik and Dr. Eggman
That's the only
are
name
but they are interchangeable. Eggman,
I don't like that though.
The name Eggman has
Dr.
been around
Robotnik.
for almost as long as the name Robotnik.
But I think he did a great job. And then the new one coming out, they had a little bit at the end of the third one, they had my daughter's other favorite character is Amy, which is a pink hedgehog. And they showed at the end of the last movie that she was coming into the fourth movie. So my daughter's like stoked. So I cannot.
I'm not a huge fan of the design for Amy. The eyes. They need
well,
to
no,
fix
I'm
the
not
eyes.
either. But Comics Kid number 1 is excited because.
Oh no! I mean, I'm excited for it too. I've enjoyed all the Sonic movies so far.
Yeah.
Deborah Perkins says, "Oh my God, what was that Rockstar movie that Tom Cruise was in?"
I just saw it.
I don't remember.
What is it?
The Rockstar movie that Tom Cruise was in. I can't recall.
Oh God.
I'm not the biggest Tom Cruise fan.
I'm not either.
I mean, I like him in Mission.
Scientologist.
I like him in Mission. I like the Mission Impossible movies. They're fun. He's the last true action star that we have in making movies nowadays. So all credit to him in the world for that. A little bit crazy, but that's fine. He doesn't let his craziness get in the way of entertaining us. Rock of Ages, yes, based on the Broadway musical Rock of Ages. Okay.
Really funny, real fun fact about Tom Cruise. This is a fun fact. I have a cousin. Well, she's kind of like a third cousin because she's my mom's cousin. I have a cousin from New Jersey. Tom Cruise was living in New Jersey with his parents for a little bit when he was in high school. My mom's cousin, who's like my third cousin or something like that, she's a high school teacher. She taught Tom Cruise in one of her classes for like a half a year before he moved away. And she said he was a pain in the ass then. He's a pain in the ass now. So, just saying.
But Tom Cruise, my favorite Tom Cruise role is his role as Les Grossman, the big-time movie producer, movie executive, in the movie Tropic Thunder. With Ben Stiller, Robert Downey Jr., where they're actors filming a Vietnam War movie, and they end up getting into actual gunfire and trouble in Vietnam with a small army of drug warlords. But yeah, that's my favorite Tom Cruise role. Michelle Frog says Deborah Perkins first said Jim Carrey gets on my last nerves. And Shaw Frog says Jim Carrey overacts and it is sometimes annoying, but his earlier movies were very entertaining. Jim Carrey, part of the appeal, I mean, Jim Carrey was definitely phoning it in for a while there. He's made it known over the last probably 10 years or so that like acting is just, he doesn't really have the knack for it anymore. He doesn't have the interest, the fire for it, but it seems like that being Dr. Robotnik in these Sonic movies has kind of revitalized his passion for acting and doing movies. And honestly, especially in Sonic 3, we got Jim Carrey back to form. We got the Jim Carrey of old from Ace Ventura and his other movies from early on. Liar Liar. What else? The Truman Show. What was another? Me, Myself, and Irene.
That was a good one.
So we got in these Sonic movies, we have gotten the Jim Carrey of old. But yes, I could definitely see and understand people not liking Jim Carrey in stuff pretty much from probably, let's say, 2003 onwards.
Yeah.
2004 onwards.
Yeah. My favorite movies of Jim Carrey is Ace Ventura.
Deborah Perkins says, I met Tom Cruise, had a drink with him in Vegas. He appears to be a very nice gentleman, but yeah, the whole Scientology thing.
I can't stand that. I'm sorry.
Brimstone's here, says, Hail Comics Dad. Hail Brimstone. How are you, buddy?
I'm definitely talking now.
Why?
Because him and John make fun of me.
Oh, stop. They do it out of love.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
But I do want to hop into our next thing here. I'm pretty sure everybody's heard about it. This is for Star Wars fans especially.
Oh, don't get me
started.
Star
Wars actor John Boyega attacks fans of the franchise as racist white elitists. Now, for anybody who is unaware, John Boyega played the character of Finn in the Disney Star Wars trilogy that started with The Force Awakens. In The Force Awakens, he was set up to... They were basically poisoning him.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
They were basically poisoning him. Yes, we are doing a show. Can you please get off your phone, ma'am?
Rochelle texts me. I'm texting her real quick.
You can text her anytime. We do this once every other week.
Give me a minute.
But yeah, for anybody that hasn't seen The Force Awakens, they set up his character basically they position him as if he's going to become a big deal in the in the trilogy and in the franchise moving forward. And that's what it was set up to be. And then when they changed directors from Force Awakens to The Last Jedi, he kind of got kicked to the curb and took a backseat as a minor character. But the fandom, the Star Wars fandom, the real Star Wars fandom, has always had his back, and everybody felt he was done dirty after The Force Awakens. In The Last Jedi.
I don't think so.
Because in The Force Awakens, in The Force Awakens, they set him up to be a big deal moving forward. And then that just went away in The Last Jedi. And then in the Rise of Skywalker, he just basically was a non-factor at that point. But this is, and he even held a grudge against Lucasfilm for that for a while. Mind you, The Force Awakens came out 10 years ago this year. But for whatever reason, don't know if it's because he needs an acting job and he's trying to get.
I don't listen to this. I already heard it.
Please listen to it.
I already heard it.
Well, we need to hear it again.
I don't want to hear it again.
But
I can't stand them.
Yeah, let me pull it up so this way you guys could hear it too. For anybody who hasn't heard it.
Yeah, see, Shell Frog told you stop. See, thank you, Shell Frogs. I love you. Thank you. She got
Shell
my
Frog
back.
says, "Settle down, Comics Dad. It's okay."
Damn right.
There we go. We'll pull it up this way. This way you guys can hear it too. But yeah, he I don't know. I think he's trying to get back in good with Disney and Lucasfilm because he has no acting career now at this point. But let's listen to what he had to say about the Star Wars fandom.
Let me tell you, Star Wars always had the vibe of being in the most whitest elite space. Like, this franchise is so white that it's like a black person existing in that was something. And you can always tell it's something when some Star Wars fans try to say, well, we had Lando Calrissian and had Samuel L. Jackson. It's like telling me how many cookie chips are on the cookie dough. I'm like, bro, they just scattered that in there, bro. They're okay with us playing the best friend. But once we touch their heroes, once we lead, once we trailblaze, it's like, oh my God, it's just a bit too much.
He needs to shut the fuck up. And somebody in the chat made a good point. John Abler said, guess he forgot about Lando. Yeah, he did forget about Lando. Lando wasn't just a side character. Lando became the hero of the fucking rebellion. He is the one that destroyed the second Death Star. He led the attack. He was piloting the Falcon, and he got the pot shot into the same weakness that was built into the first Death Star. I think. Oh no, it wasn't. He got in. They were in the core, and they blew up the core from there. But yeah, Lando Calrissian, though, regardless, was the hero that finished the Empire once and for all by destroying the second Death Star. So fuck him. Samuel L. Jackson was arguably one of the most powerful Jedi at the time. And he
had a purple lightsaber.
Yes, and he was about to single-handedly strike down Emperor Palpatine if it wasn't for Anakin being a dumbass kid getting manipulated and at the last second, cutting Mace Windu's hand off. So, fuck John Boyega. We had his back. A lot of people out there had his back. The big YouTube channels that talked about all this way back when, we all had his back for years. And then he turns around and pulls this shit. Fuck him. fuck John Boyega. He's getting his knee pads on because he doesn't have a career anymore, and he's trying to get back in good with Disney and Lucasfilm. And that's what I have to say.
But my thing is this, like, I'm so tired of the race card. I really am. Like, it doesn't matter what color you are. At the end of the day, we all bleed red. So we need to stop being about all race. Does not matter if you're black, white, Hispanic, Asian. Does not matter. You bleed the same damn color. My kids will tell you, they don't see color. They see what's on the inside. And that is the problem these days. It's all about race. Oh, it's because, you know, I'm black or I'm Hispanic. That's not how it's supposed to be. We're all the same. Yeah. We are all made by God the same exact way. We all bleed red. We don't bleed fucking purple, green, orange, yellow. We all bleed one color. We're all human beings. The race shit needs to stop. The whole thing about being, you know, a different color than the other person needs to stop, because at the end of the day, everyone is the same thing. Mm-hmm, and it needs to stop. Seriously. It is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard, because all I hear about is race. Guess what? And that's what makes us so bad in this country, because we all argue about racism. How about if we all get along and show peace and love? This world would be so much better, because race would be out of the damn picture.
Mm-hmm. Deborah Perkins says, Comics Dad and Wife, Comics Dad, this is a fun stream. Thank you both. Thank you, Deborah Perkins.
I don't want to wear this.
No, this is
no,
an next post.
No problem, Deborah. You know, we love you guys,
post,
and we love being a part of this and just enjoying ourselves.
And whoever,
hope you're not going nowhere.
Whoever posted this on X said something along the lines of, John Ambler wanker, are you suddenly British? Yeah, Era of Fate, Mace Windu was one of the most powerful Jedi at the time, absolutely. But yeah, I forget who posted this on X that I took this clip from. But they posted something
that literally said
that Mace Windu was the most powerful Jedi at the time. I was saying that as he was typing that into the chat. That's what he was saying. But yeah, basically, they whoever posted this said something about, like, well, John Boyega must have forgotten what the 70s were like or something, or the 80s were like or whatever, or he must not have seen. He must not know many Star Wars fans or something like that. Because this is what it looks like back in the 70s and the 80s when the Star Wars films were coming out.
All I got to say, the Jedi have
right there.
We're just fanatics.
Right there.
Waiting on Return of the Jedi. 3 years in the making. We're waiting for this.
Some people don't idolize Darth Vader like I do.
Everybody has the same complaints about it.
And I think that Luke will destroy Darth Vader.
I guess Darth Vader will die.
Gungan,
I hope he doesn't. I love his black.
Misa say, fuck Lucasfilm. Misa Jar Jar, go fuck yourself, John Boyega.
Everybody came together because they love Star Wars.
Enough for me to main farm balcony seating. Hold your own ticket to get in the theater, please.
Love the story.
Fantasy unfolds.
That's what it was all about. Now it's all about, oh, I don't got the part because I'm black. Like, cut the shit out, seriously.
Yeah. There is a brother right there talking about how he loved the movie. Let me.
Right, I'm taking that out. That's annoying.
That's fair. Come on, there we go. But yeah, that's all I got on John Boyega.
And I'm saying this, like, I'm not trying to be an asshole or anything. I'm Hispanic and white. I'm half and half, and I still have a problem with race because, you know, I have people that are Puerto Rican that say, oh, well, you know, my country, whatever. Like, no, we're all the same. Like, cut the shit, seriously. It is to the point now where just the world is so full of hate because of this stuff. Like, we need to go back to being happy and being united, not separating. This country was based on being united.
Well, not to necessarily get political, but hold on, let's see.
If our founding fathers, literally, if they woke up out of their grave and saw how we all acted, if Martin Luther King saw how the hell we acted, he'd roll over in his damn grave like, what did I fucking die for? What did I die for? And that's the thing. Like, he fought for, you know, being equal to everything. Lincoln did the same thing. Lincoln's my favorite president. You want to know why? Because he fought for being equal. And that is the problem. If these guys woke up out of their graves, they would drop dead again because they'd be like, what the hell did I die for? Mm-hmm. What was the point?
not to get too political over here, but there was something that I did see from one of the most hated women on one of the most hated talk shows in all of America, Sunny Hostin from The View. So for anybody who doesn't know, Wisconsin or the residents and voters of Wisconsin just the other day voted astoundingly yes to pass voter ID laws for the state of Wisconsin. And this is just what radical racist nut job Sunny Hostin.
Is this the View lady?
Yup.
I can't stand the View.
She is absolutely 100%.
I hate the View.
They're all cackling hens. But in my opinion, my personal opinion, I am of the firm belief, it is my opinion that Sunny Hostin is a racist. She hates everything that isn't her skin, and that's it. But this is what she had to say about voter ID laws.
The reason Democrats don't want voter ID is
right.
because they make it much more
altogether.
difficult for elderly people that don't travel, don't have a passport, poor people, that don't have cars, don't have driver's licenses. So it's sort of a vestige of, I think, post-slavery.
I just gotta stop right there. What is she smoking? Poor people and people of color cannot get driver's license or cannot have IDs? That is a bunch of bullshit. You don't have to be able to drive to get an ID. You can get a non-driver's license ID in this country. You can, and there are programs that you can go and get it through that'll cost you next to nothing or nothing at all. So she is just an absolute fucking idiot.
Laws where Black people had to prove their right to vote, and oftentimes they couldn't vote because they couldn't pass some crazy test or they didn't have the appropriate ID.
Yes, over 60 years ago, if not even 100 years ago. She's talking about shit that is no longer in existence at this point. We are well past all the bullshit that she is talking about.
It also affects women that are married. Maybe one
affects women that
your
are
passport
married.
reflects something that's different on your birth certificate or on your driver's license. So really, the bottom line is voter suppression. And I agree with him 100%. It's a brilliant notion that less voter ID laws allows more people to vote. And most democracies do it that way. We're the only ones that really don't do it that way.
Right. I mean, I think it's been considered.
And then this boy cuck beta male.
People that vote, the more likely it is that Democrats have an advantage.
Absolutely.
Okay, see right there. Just they even said it. These radical liberal leftist nut jobs are at the point where they are just laying their cards out on the table, and the mask is coming down. We're seeing how much they truly just want to have a one-party system. Because he just said, voter ID laws, when there are no voter ID laws, it is a big advantage for people who vote Democrat. Okay, but you should be able to prove, it shouldn't be an issue to just prove that you're a citizen of our country to vote in an election, whether it's a national election, a state election, a municipal election, whatever. But I saw that and it just kind of got me really pissed off. So I just wanted to kind of bring that up real quick. But Deborah Prickett says, "Oh my God, don't even get me started on the Whoopi shit." Yeah, Whoopi is another nut job. I think she said recently that because there's a whole thing going around about liberal women are closing their legs to white men. That's fine. I think Whoopi said something like that too, or to any conservative or right leaning men, not even white men. Whoopi said that too. You know what? She is so old and nasty and dusty that nobody probably wants to go anywhere near that anyway. So I don't think she has anything to worry about. John Amber said crack, and a lot of it. Yeah. John Amber goes, she's so oppressed. Yeah, right? She's so freaking oppressed. And then what is this? Mrs. Comix, you might want to put an earbud in for this.
I don't want to.
This is because for anybody who is a fan of Leslie Nielsen, the great comedic actor Leslie Nielsen, and his franchise that he was one of the franchises he was known for, The Naked Gun. I stumbled across the new trailer for the new Naked Gun movie, which stars Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson is actually Leslie Nielsen's character's son. So it's not a reboot. It's another Naked Gun movie because it acknowledges the original Naked Gun movie.
I've never seen Naked Gun.
Naked Gun is hilarious. But let's get into this.
Responding to hostage situation.
Leslie Nielsen played Mr. Magoo also.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Him. Okay. Wait, his son.
Look. No, not his son. Liam Neeson plays his character's son.
Your ass.
Oh God.
Now I hate Seth MacFarlane. This looks good.
I'll watch this.
Oh, hold on, it gets better.
Frank Drebin, Police Squad. The new version.
Fourth wall break? God, that's you.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Jr. Love you. Hey, Dad. Boy, do I miss
you. Love it. That's great.
The OJ joke was good. It's just a memorial for all dead cops, all their sons going there.
I want to see that. Now that's good.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I absolutely despise Seth MacFarlane. I hate Family Guy. I hate him. He is disgusting piece of.
Family Guy.
I know you like Family Guy. I like early Family Guy.
So do I.
But overall,
I don't like new Family Guy.
Most of Family Guy. John Abrams says he has a particular set of skills. That's right, from the Taken movies. Brimstone says, Comics Dad, it's poll day Saturday. I get an hour to go over back issues. But it's Thursday, my man. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you mean this coming Saturday you're doing your first one? If so, that's awesome, man. I'll be sure to check it out. But no, what was I saying? Seth MacFarlane. Absolute, complete trash bag of a human being. I hate Family Guy, but the man knows how to make comedy movies. I will give him that much credit. Ted, what is it? Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh, we love that one. That's the best one.
And then now this looks like it's going to actually be pretty good. The OJ joke is fantastic.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, I like Family Guy. I don't like Seth MacFarlane as a person, but Family Guy to me is funny. I like older Family Guy. It just has its perks. It's hilarious. Now, do I prefer it over American Dad? Not anymore. I actually like American Dad more. I like Family Guy now. It's just better to me. I don't know, but I'm just saying. I don't like Seth MacFarlane, but I do like Family Guy. A Million Ways to Die in the West is my ultimate favorite movie. I laughed my ass off with the fucking mustache song. Fucking great.
But just real quick, back before Deborah Perkins said, old, nasty, and dusty. Folks, you heard it here first. Whoopi is done. That's nothing new.
Oh my God.
Brimstone, my monthly back issues, and I'll be doing What's in the Long Box. Yeah, that's awesome, Brimstone. No, Brimstone's going to be doing I think it's a live stream that he's going to be doing.
Okay, because he's on a budget now.
Yeah, he's going to be going through his monthly books that he picks up, and just kind of talking about the books he's picking up.
That's fine, because I was going to say he ain't buying shit.
I'm buying some. I'm just not buying. Well, no, I'm easing up on indie stuff. I'm still going to buy indie stuff, but just not because the indie stuff, unfortunately, is a little more expensive. The independent comics tend to be a little pricier than just regular comics at the comic book store, but that's also because they don't have mass producing and they aren't making the comics for cheap and all that stuff. So like I got it. Mrs. Comics said I need to take a little bit of a break, ease back on how many independent comics I've been ordering and supporting and all that. So
don't get me wrong. No, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he can't support you people. I'm not saying that. I am saying
no. I gotta slow up. Maybe not as many independent books at one time. That's what she's saying. But I still got to go to the comic shop and get my regular monthly books, though.
I got to get mine, too.
Which are like $4.99.
My Devil ones, my Jersey Devil one's coming out.
Yeah, $3.99, $4.99. Brimstone said after I got to Rippaverse Comics, I ordered 3 of Graham Nolan's books. It's my birthday month, so I went a bit ham.
Happy birthday.
Fair enough. Happy birthday, Brimstone. Yeah, I gotta get some of the Graham Nolan books. Graham Nolan is the co-creator of the Batman character Bane, the villain Bane, and he has his own independent comic company, publishing company, whatever you want to call it. Compass Comics, I believe it's called. But he's got some good stuff for people who like kind of monster-y type of stuff. But Major Zap said, I met Seth 11 years ago at a Comic-Con in LA. He was very nice, but very aloof at the same time. He was probably on drugs, Major Zap. Not going to lie. Well, but at the same time, though, Hollywood, the industry, liberalism, all that goes to your head and messes with you. So he could have been a good guy 11 years ago. But now, currently as he is, he's a POS of a person.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion. In my opinion. Oh, did I see? Is Andrew Wordna here? Because because the Rumble Studio is not showing everything. Oh, there he is. Andrew Wordna says, "Hail John," and "Hi Deborah." Hey Andrew Wordna, how are you, man? Good to see you, brother. Thank you for stopping by and hanging out with us tonight. Let's see. Come on, get that out of there. There we go. But yeah, the new Naked Gun movie, I will absolutely be checking out. Actually, you know what? Brimstone, it's actually funny that you mentioned Graham Nolan, because Graham Nolan, he's actually going to be at a comic convention in our home state, or our original home state, not current home state, of New Jersey at the end of June. And I got to talk to Mrs. Comics. I actually want to go this because I want to go and meet Graham Nolan, and hopefully by then I'll have one of his books from Compass Comics. I want to go meet him, talk to him about his book, get him to sign it, and who knows, maybe even talk to him and see if he'd be willing to come on the channel for Talking Shop at one time. That'd be really cool. But for anybody that's interested,
you want to go to West Orange?
Yeah, it's gonna be West Orange.
Are you nuts?
But for anybody interested,
West Orange?
June 28th and 29th, West Orange, New Jersey. Graham Nolan will be there at a comic convention. If you want to go meet the co-creator of the character Bane.
Well, guys, it'll be great meeting you after June. If we're not going to be here, we're going to be dead, because West Orange is a very dangerous area. So it was nice seeing you guys and meeting you, because after June, we ain't going to be here no more. We're going to be in a ditch somewhere.
Major Zap says, I worked in the film industry for many years, went to film school, had a blast. That's awesome, Major Zap. Was it? I saw this today, too. Disney has paused development on the live-action Tangled remake. This comes after Snow White flopped at the box office. So I'm pretty sure Lilo and Stitch. I said to somebody earlier today, Lilo and Stitch is the only win that Disney.
He about to get it. I'm about to.
Wait, I'll put it up in a second.
No, you don't.
Lilo and Stitch is going to be the only the only win that Disney has, not just for the rest of this year, but probably for the next several years. And that's including anything Star Wars and Marvel related to. It's just because Lilo and Stitch seems like it's going to be their only saving grace. And even then, it's not going to save them. Snow White, I think, is estimated to lose, I think, $300 million. Something like that. I think it's estimated that it has cost the Disney company $300 million at a loss after it's been out for the last 3 weeks. But yeah, just something. Mrs. Comics, what do you think about the live action Tangled being put on hold? Okay.
I don't want to talk anymore.
Oh, stop.
No, I'm good.
Brimstone, cut Mrs. Comics some slack. She can't control her accent. Cut her some slack, dude. Please.
Me personally, I don't want to see the live version of anything anymore because they keep screwing everything up.
Oh, I know they do. But this, on the other hand, I am very excited about. This is for some people who are into video games. Ladies, you're here in the chat.
Shauna's not, because Shauna is somewhere else.
Era Fate says they better not fuck up Tangled.
They probably going.
Well, they're probably not because it's been paused, so they're probably just not even going to do it anymore.
No, they're probably going to not do it. Yeah, but they messed up all the live. I mean, the only live action movie I think they did a great job on myself, and I'm being honest, because there was Cinderella, there was they did Lady and the Tramp, but it didn't go in theaters, just went on Disney. They did Little Mermaid, they did Lion King. Me personally, out of all the live versions, the only thing I liked out of all of them was Beauty and the Beast. I think that they did a great job on that. It was a really great story. I can't think what his name was that played Maurice. I can't. Oh my God, what's that man's name? The older guy.
Oh, in Beauty and the Beast live action?
Oh my God.
Ian McKellen.
No, not Ian McKellen. The one that played Maurice. The one that played the father.
Oh
my God.
Kevin Kline.
Kevin Kline, thank you.
Ian McKellen was Cogsworth.
Yes. He did phenomenal as Maurice. I think he was awesome in it. He sung beautifully in it. Me personally, the other stuff sucked. Cinderella was okay. My daughter didn't really like Cinderella. We love Beauty and the Beast.
How about Cinderella starring Brandy?
I hated that movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not racist, okay? Listen. No, listen. She is so stuck up that it's all about her. I can't stand that. Whitney Houston, loved her as the godmother. Her voice is phenomenal. So she did an awesome job. I just don't like Brandy. I have my reasons because I've had a friend who met her in person and said she was a royal bitch. So she did. She said she was an asshole.
Fair enough.
So, I mean, I personally didn't like that movie because of her. If Whitney Houston was in the other girl, the one from Disney, if she was in that one, that'd be freaking awesome.
Error Fate says Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, and Aladdin. Those were all kind of good. Lion King was okay, but it was kind of weird having them as literal animals.
I didn't like the Lion King. I thought they could have done a better job. I was the only person that I liked in Lion King, and I always will. Rest in peace, my friend. Was the one that played Mufasa? If you know it, James Earl Jones. I met that man. Wonderful. Oh my God. When I tell you he's funny, he's amazing. I loved him. And I'm just saying that's the only person that could play Mufasa. And now that he's gone, if they try to do anything with Mufasa, I'll be pissed because he was Mufasa. But the live version, I did not like. I thought it was horrible. I don't want to see the new Mufasa movie because I've heard it, back and forth on things. So I don't want to see that.
That's already come and gone. People have forgotten that movie even existed over the last couple of months.
Yeah. I didn't like the live action Little Mermaid. I will not watch it. I refuse to watch that movie. I did not like Lady and the Tramp, but I love Lady and the Tramp as the cartoon, but the live version was horrible. I hated it. They just after Beauty and the Beast, they just went downhill very quickly. And honestly, they need to stop doing it because like Tangled, my 5-year-old loves Tangled. I don't want that ruined for her because, why ruin a good movie already? They already ruined half the damn movie when we were kids. Why ruin more?
Error Fate said, "Oh yeah, it's not good. Mufasa is not a movie to watch."
That was that Error Fate?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
okay.
Error Fate.
Okay.
But I do have one more thing I'd like to discuss today, Mrs. Comics. Well, actually, before we get to the last thing that I want to talk about, Mrs. Comics, do you have anything that has come up that you maybe want to talk about?
No, you go ahead. I'm gonna.
You're just here hanging out tonight?
No, I had a few things, but it's okay.
No, go ahead. No, we're both here to talk about things.
No, you go ahead.
I just have stuff queued up.
That's fine. Go
This
ahead.
is why we're supposed to talk beforehand. I would have pulled stuff up for you.
I don't need stuff pulled up.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead. Riff.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Riff away, my lady. Riff away. I love you too. Riff away, Mrs. Comics. What do you got on your mind tonight?
Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
John Abler said, Disney be good at killing childhood lately.
Always. They always have that issue. Always.
All right. Well, Mrs. Comics doesn't want to share right now. I will share. There is this one game that is out on PC, apparently, that people are liking, that I can't wait for it to come to PlayStation 5 because my PC is not ready for gaming because I don't have it built yet. But what is this called? This is called Hypercharge. And basically what it is a third-person shooter, a third and first-person shooter, I think, where you play as an action figure. You play as a toy in a house or a toy store or whatever. And you go around and I think you have to just like stop evil toys from taking over or something. But it just looks like it's a lot of fun. It's very meta. It's very... It's almost like... You know how Pal World is Pokemon with guns? It's almost like this is Toy Story with guns, kind of. And just looking at it, this is... Yeah, it just looks like it's a lot of fun. He just hits the test dummy action figure. But
I'm not in school.
Do you have anything you'd like to share with the chat tonight, Mrs. Comics? Era Fate says, so Halo but Toy Story. Yeah, kinda. John Ambler says, I have this game on my Steam wish list. Very cool. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be fun. I just have to wait for him to release it on PS5. Doug Perkins says, Comics Dad and Wife Comics Dad. I hate remakes of classic Disney movies. Is it because there are no talented writers anymore? They keep effing up classic movies. It makes me sad. It makes us all sad, Deborah. But yeah, go ahead, Mrs. Comics.
What?
What do you got? What do you got for us? You said you had stuff you wanted to talk about. You forgot?
Yep.
Mrs. Comics.
What?
Mrs. Comics.
What?
Share it with the class. Share it with the chat. Share it with the cafe.
I forgot.
And this is why we're supposed to have our pre-show meetings, damn it.
Okay.
No, we don't have pre-show meetings. This is just on the fly. But Mrs. Comics
I am excited about one thing. South Park has released it. They are releasing their next season. I swear to God, if it's short like the other one, I'll be pissed.
Well, is it a season or is it going to be another special?
It's a season.
Alright, so
but it better not be short like the last fucking one.
Yeah, the last time they did a season, I think, was like 4 years ago. And it was, I think, a 5-episode season. Or something like that. Deborah Perkins says, come on, Wife Comics Dad, just spit it out. Yeah, I haven't seen anything about that. So
I saw it this morning. Trey Parker announced it that they were going to be releasing a new season. They have not released how many episodes it's going to be. And I wrote in the comments, I said, you better fucking make sure it's long because I swear if it's short, me and you have a problem. I'll go to Colorado and kick your ass myself. Not playing. Listen, another thing, I'm so pissed because Sean is in Colorado. A few of my coworkers in Colorado, they have a Casa Bonita in fucking Colorado. They don't have one here. They need to get one here.
No, we have our own version of it here, though.
No, okay, hold up. No, listen, no. Let me explain.
Stop. You're shaking the camera on the table.
It's fine. So we have this place called Fiesta Mexico, right?
I think it's called Fiesta Mexico.
Okay, so this dim shit, okay?
Dim shit?
Yeah, dim shit.
You mean dipshit?
Whatever. He fucking tells my daughters, oh, this is called Casa Bonita.
Well, because I didn't know the name of the damn place.
Yes, you did. It's in a big ass sign on the wall.
I can never remember.
It's a big fucking sign.
I never remember the name of it.
Big sign.
So we would go to this Mexican restaurant sometimes, and my one daughter would go, "Can we go to the Mexican restaurant?" And there's a couple around us. I knew which one she meant, but I asked her anyway. I was like, "Well, do you know what it's called, sweetie?" She goes, "No." I go, "Sweetie, it's called Casa Bonita."
So now when we go to this restaurant, she goes around saying, "Oh, look, Casa Bonita!" And all these fucking Mexican ladies are looking at her like she's a fucking crazy person. And I'm like, "I'm so sorry. You know, I can't. This idiot fucking does that." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" I don't understand why.
Here you go, Mrs. Comics.
Okay, hold on.
Let me read the comment.
I already saw it.
Shellfrog says also new season of Supernatural.
Hold on.
For those of you who don't know, Supernatural is this one's favorite show of all time.
Boom.
She is a nut job.
Boom. Boom. See that? See that?
Charlie Labor said at least it wasn't called something like Casafeo or Casabano.
Okay, hold on. So, Shellfrog.
We'll go back to
Shellfrogs, I have some bad news. So, it was debunked. They have not confirmed season 16 is coming out. However, they are saying that they're talking about it. Here's my... Okay. Shauna, don't come back to me, please, Shauna, for saying this.
I don't even know if Shauna's here.
She's not, but if she ever sees this, I don't want to get in trouble.
Fair enough.
Shauna, don't kill me for this. Please don't. Please don't, okay? I do not agree with Supernatural season 16. I don't agree with it. I personally feel like 15 ended exactly the way it needed to. I don't want them to do a new season. First off, the Winchesters, they messed it up so fucking badly that if they put season 16 out, I'm going to pull my fucking hair out. I'm not going to have fucking hair.
I'm not nearly as big of a fan as the Supernatural franchise as she is. I mean, I watched the whole series. It was fun. It was good. But yeah, even I watched that Winchester show. I watched the first 2 episodes of it.
It was horrible.
I couldn't stand it. I turned it. It was typical CW slop at that point.
No, it was Jensen Ackles slop.
It was modern day CW slop.
But Jensen Ackles wrote it.
But everything on CW nowadays is just trash. So.
But what I'm trying to say is this: like,
Shell Frogs goes
no. This is what I'm saying though. I look, listen. I'm a like you don't understand. You people don't understand how. I wish you could show them this up there. I'm a diehard fan, and when I mean diehard, those no, don't take them. My prized possessions. Though you fuck them up, I'll kill you.
I was gonna get them down.
Be careful with them.
Okay. Don't knock over my coffee, please.
I'm not. When I tell you guys how much of a fan I am of Supernatural, I have these pops. Please be careful. So this is how much of a fan I am. These are in mint condition.
I gotta get sleeves.
Don't careful with that one. That's the most rare one. These are my prized possessions. Okay.
Well, no, the more rare ones are the ones with
Put them back.
I think the more rare one is the one with them holding the revolver.
No, actually, he's up in value right now. Can you put?
What are they holding? The dagger? The demon killing dagger?
Well, yes, but you're touching them. You gotta put them correctly up there. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. So here's my thing. So, I'm like you could tell. I love Supernatural. I know everything about Supernatural. I have everything Supernatural. I have socks in my drawer in my closet that I will not open because it's Supernatural socks. It's still in the original packaging. I won't even open them. I have every season on Blu-ray in closed in plastic. I do not open those either. Like, you don't understand. I'm a diehard fan. So here's my thing. I do not agree with Supernatural being a season 16. What?
John Abel said, "Shave your head." That's what I do. Can't pull out your hair if you don't have can't pull out your hair if you have a shaved head.
Whatever, John. What I'm saying is, I cannot see them do that. I don't want them to do that because how bad they butchered the Winchesters. I can't. I'm sorry, Shauna. You can come at me later for saying that.
Why do you keep talking to Shauna? She's not here in the
because
chat.
She's going to listen to this eventually, and she's going to be like, why did you say that? Because, she loves Supernatural.
Fair enough. John Abler said, "I used to buy my daughter a bunch of pops. She used to collect them when she was younger." Yeah, we have a good amount on the wall.
Yeah.
We used to have more, but we went and sold a bunch of them.
The two up there are like, you touch them, you die. Put it this way. If a robber came in this house right now and said, "I want the pops or him," take his ass.
Whatever.
No offense.
Deborah Perkins says, "John Ambler, did you see Beardo?" Yeah, because he's Beardo's streaming God of War right now. He shaved his head. Love Beardo. Love watching his streams. He looks like one of two things: either a retarded bald baby with a beard, or just a thumb. That's just how it is. The brother shouldn't have done that. I know he was doing it for entertainment value. Shouldn't have done it. Put a hat on, Beardo. We love you. I love you. Mrs. Comics loves you. Put a hat on, brother. Do yourself the favor.
Oh, Panda Simone's a fan too.
Panda Simone said, "We'll upload my collection on Instagram. I am a fan too, wifey."
Oh my
Very
god,
nice.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got this done. Oh crap! Where my hat? Hold on.
No, you're fine.
I got this done when
they could see. They could see you. You just couldn't see because I had this popped up.
Well, yeah. So yeah, but I hope that doesn't happen. I pray to God it doesn't happen. Don't get me wrong. I love watching me some Jensen Ackles.
Really, Deborah? John Abler said, "Yeah, I saw it. I had to do a double take, meaning Beardo's shaved head." Deborah says, "Me too, but he has a great head for it. He looks amazing. I may be in love."
No, I don't like. He looked like he a thumb or a pimple.
like I said, we love Beardo. As you guys know, we love Beardo. I go hang out in Beardo's chats. Beardo's a great dude. Bad move shaving the head. Just my personal opinion. But it's his body. He do what he wants. Shellfrog says, "I want them to do another season. I miss the Winchester boys." So then you got another one. Shellfrogs, Panda Simone. You got yourself a whole supernatural group
and
too now.
Don't get me wrong. I love the Winchester boys. I will always love them. Trust me. I hate to say it, but if I got 10 minutes of whatever I wanted to do, if he gave me that permission, those are the only. Jensen Ackles is the only one I would do. I tell you that right now. What happened?
That's fair, John. John goes, "I'm biased. I think it's a good look." for Beardo, because I'm assuming John's got a shaved head too. So no, that's fair, John. That's fair. Like I said, it's his body. He do what he wants. I'm just giving my own personal opinion. That's all. But at the same time, a shaved head look, like, I mean, Mrs. Comics did my head recently, but this is it's not shaved. It's just buzzed down really short.
I buzz it. I don't.
Yeah. But even then though, I will never shave my head though. That's just a personal preference. I personally think shaved head is just not a good look for any man, really, unless you absolutely have to. That's the only exception.
Listen,
and granted, you guys can see I'm losing some hair, but I'm not at the point yet where I'm ready to shave my head.
And that's the other thing.
I sweat a lot in the summer, so Mrs. Comics will do this like 3 times a year, and then I'm good.
But that's the other thing. When I first met this one, okay, I hated beards. I'm not a beard girl, okay?
I had to trim this up.
This is sexy to me, okay?
Ow!
That is mine. I hate when he shaves it because he looks like a fucking bald baby. He looks like a pedophile.
Wait, whoa.
You do.
And also the term is PDF file.
I'm sorry, PDF file.
For the YouTube side. For the YouTube side.
PDF file, whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying, I don't like his shaved face. I want it like that. And then he puts a goatee. I fucking hate goatees.
Well, because on the sides it gets
then
a little.
Then go to a barber.
It gets a little wild and a little choppy after a while.
Go to a barber. It's not that hard.
Let's see. John Amber said, "Hell, I think I look better with a shaved head." No, I mean, hey, that is your head, your choice, man. My head, my choice. Eclectic Goat is here. Says, "Hey, y'all. Hey, Eclectic Goat. Let's see. Let me just where were we? Shelf Frog says a thumb. LOL. Deborah Perkins says, "Wife of Comics at. I love horror movies, but like I've told Shelf Frogs, I don't want to experience it." And then Eclectic Goat is here in the chat. Everybody who did not happen to catch it, Eclectic Goat had myself and a couple of great for anybody that's into tabletop games and stuff like that. I had a great stream last night on her channel, on her show Slice and Dice. And she had myself on just to talk about a board game that I like, but she also had a couple of great guys on that have some really great tabletop RPG products, either in development or they're currently out there. So when you guys get a chance, go ahead, hop on over to the Eclectic Goat's channel, and go check out Slice and Dice from last night. It was a great stream. Eclectic Goat, thank you so much for coming by and hanging out with us. We love you, lady. Especially Mrs. Comics. She loves the goats. She loves all the baby goats. Right, Mrs. Comics?
I'm not into goats anymore.
What do you mean you're not into goats anymore?
I'm not into goats
I talked
anymore.
you out of it?
Yeah.
Mission accomplished! I talked her out of wanting the goats. Yeah!
I don't want a baby pig.
A what?
I want a miniature pig.
A miniature?
And a miniature cow.
You know what? Eclectic Goat, I think we need to get her back on the goat train. Eclectic Goat said, "Was that last night? Man, it feels like it was already days ago. I'm so tired." No, that's fair. That's fair. You got all those babies to take care of. But yeah. Did you have anything else, Mrs. Comics? I know we were talking about. I'm just asking if you got anything else to talk about. Is there anything else that's come up over the last few days that you heard about, maybe, or anything of interest?
I've been at a computer for 12 hours a day. What am I going to look at?
You have your tablet right there with you as you work.
I don't watch it because I'm too busy working. I haven't watched it, seriously. It's been sitting there, like, closed.
Okay. But has there been anything else that you've heard of recently that's been of any interest to you? Or that you found interesting? Doesn't have to be entertainment-wise. It could be anything. That's the whole point of this.
I tell you, though, the storms in Tennessee have been nuts. Shell Frog has shown me some videos of what was going on with everything. And thank God Shell Frogs is okay, because the weather... Because even when Shell Frog's not telling me, I have somebody I follow on YouTube that he does weather-only stuff. And he was showing, like, all these different tornado warnings throughout the whole United States. So I'm really happy that a lot of people are okay. Some people did lose everything, and, you know, we pray for their families and them that at least they made it out. That's the most important thing. They're safe and they're okay. But it's still sad that they don't have their homes or anything anymore. But I just pray to God that they made it out okay. I'm glad they did. And, you know, that's all I care about is that, you know, they're safe. But the weather's been crazy for like 3 days. The guy on the Weather Channel last night was saying, like, there were like 4 tornadoes that touched down from Kentucky all the way to Tennessee. And it's like, oh my God, like, you know, people are losing everything from this stuff. And thank God a lot of them made it out okay. I mean, they lost a lot of things, but thank God we have the communities that we have to come together and be there for them.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. And just thoughts and prayers out to anybody that gets impacted by any kind of bad weather, natural disasters, and stuff like that. Deborah Perkins says, wife comics that tell the chat how fabulous I am.
Deborah, I don't have to. You tell them yourself. You're good. You go ahead and tell them all you want, honey.
Deborah Perkins, you may not have a YouTube channel and be a YouTuber, but you are a YouTube.
You are definitely
you are a YouTube chatter. You are a YouTube chat celebrity. You were in all the chats, talking to everybody, and all the connections to all the people. I saw you were talking to John about getting drinks with the Saskas when they're down in Texas. You gotta tell those ladies to email me back. They still haven't emailed me back. I was talking to them for a bit, and they were like, "Oh, we're busy with stuff." I was like, "I get it, ladies. I get it. Just email me back." But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much. Eclectic Goat says, Mrs. Comics, a mini pig hits at least 600 pounds. I'll take a picture of my 130-pound dog.
Not a mini pig, a micro pig.
A micro pig? Oh, I mean,
yeah, they're smaller.
600 pounds. I'll take a picture of my 130-pound dog to give you an idea of how big that is. I need a 130-pound dog in my life, Eclectic Goat.
Honestly, I don't want any more animals. I have a 3-pound dog.
A 3-pound rat dog.
That's for calling her a rat.
Yeah, I've been calling her a rat for weeks.
Yeah, I got you finally. I got you. Oh, why are you flinching? Because you don't beat your ass.
Because you've called her a rat too recently.
Okay, this is why I called her a rat.
See, hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Thy name is Mrs. Comics.
Shut up. Okay, this is why. Okay, I made the mistake of buying a buzzer. Because I couldn't. Because here's the problem.
Hold on 1 second. Yes. Just really Eclectic Goat. There is no such thing as a micro pig. It's a marketing scam.
I don't care. I'm not getting a pig anyway. Regardless. the point is
that is interesting though, Goat. I do want to know more about that eventually.
So here's my thing. So I got out of surgery. We couldn't afford the groomers since I haven't been in work. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna pay $20 and buy a buzzer, and I'm gonna buzz Riley myself. I'll never do it again. She came out so short-haired, like you could see her red skin. So, John, go to hell. John, you can go to hell too. Go to hell and die, son of a bitch.
El rato.
But anyway, yeah, I butchered my dog's haircut. Her hair is finally grown back, thank God. But it was so short, you could see the redness of her skin. And I'm like, I'll never do this again because she's a Pomeranian poodle mix, toy Pomeranian, toy poodle mix. So her hair is very, it's different than other dogs. So it was a pain in the ass.
Eclectic Goat says the smallest pig in the USA hits 150 pounds. The smallest?
No, I'm not getting anything else. Shit. I got a 3-pound dog, 2 cats, a lizard, and a spider. I'm done.
Yeah. Now keep going.
John, it's not a fucking rat.
John says hell won't take me. So a rat. keep going about your buzzer story.
So I butchered her haircut and I will never do it again. I will take her to a groomer from now on and have the groomer do it for $60 a month because honestly,
it's that much for that tiny of a thing.
They don't go by pound.
I mean, they should. It should be like the deli.
They go by each dog.
It should be like the deli, price per pound.
Then why don't you become a groomer and make money?
I mean, you know what? And I could put it on the. There you go, Miss Comics. Another channel idea. We could just start a grooming business. We start a dog grooming business, and we could just shave down the dogs, and then show off the weird looking shaved dogs, and then there we go. That's the channel. That'd be the channel right there. What do you think?
I'm gonna hook you out in a minute.
What do you mean?
Anyway, so yeah, I won't butcher her haircut again. I'll pay the money for somebody to do it. So yeah, poor Riley, and I feel bad for my baby because she's short-haired. But I tell you, the one animal right now that I know is kind of almost there, where because they don't live in captivity as long as we hope they do. I have a bearded dragon that's my baby. Like, I love my little boy.
Yeah, our boy Chompy. Maybe we'll bring him out one day.
Oh
Maybe
my
we'll
God, my baby.
He's sleeping right now. He could be a grumpy asshole. He could be a grumpy old man if we bring him out right now.
He won't be a grumpy asshole. Because he loves his mama.
Maybe we'll start early one cafe episode, and we'll bring him out to start the episode.
So Chomper was his, and I'll tell you the story real quick. Chomper was his lizard, and I got pregnant with our little one, and I would take Chomper out because the doctor told me that I should have like a companion pet because he worked all the time, and I was kind of depressed and going through the female emotions of like just like postpartum, but not postpartum, like pre-postpartum.
Wouldn't that just be prepartum or partum?
They don't call it that.
I don't know.
It's like depression, basically. So they were like, get a pet and just try to, just bond with the pet. So Chomper would sit on my belly, and Sophia, Comics Kid number 2 would kick, and Chomper would lick my belly as she was doing it. And Chomper and me bonded after that. And John, I swear to God.
It's not showing up in the Rumble studio, so I can't pull it up. But on the YouTube side, John Ambler says, where is it? Rata pequeña. Oh, here it is. There it is. Rata pequeña. Shellfrog says, my daughter-in-law is a dog groomer. That is hard work.
That's why I'm taking her to a groomer, because I ain't doing it no more.
Goat said you could start a petting zoo stream with Words of Paradise. If that's another YouTube channel, I have not heard of them. But I will check them out, though, Goat. I'm assuming they have a bunch of animals, too. But yeah, you were saying with Chompy.
So, once I had my daughter, Chompy me bonded very well. And, like, now Chomper, when I'm doing dishes, will sit on my shoulder. He'll lick my cheek. He loves his mommy. He knows who mommy is. And I told him, I was like, when Chomper dies, I'm going to be, like, devastated. Because me and that lizard had bonded so well. Like, that's my baby. I love my dog. Don't get me wrong. I love Riley more than anything in the world. But Chomper will always be before any of my pets. Like, I love that lizard more than anything. So the day that he dies, I'm gonna lose my shit because that's my boy. Like, he knows it too.
No, Chompy's my buddy. He licks my nose. He licks to my nose. I go. He just opens his mouth and goes.
Yep. Nope. See, I won't watch him for that reason right there. Well, hell no.
Eclectic Goat says Leon, which is Words of Paradise, I'm assuming, has his bird on every stream.
I'm good. Yeah. Thanks.
So for those of you who are aware of my arachnophobia, Mrs. Comics says I don't know what the bird phobia actual term is, but Mrs. Comics is that way with birds. So yeah, she will.
I'm gonna tell you right
watch
now.
Words of Paradise.
There is no way on this face of this
if he has a
planet,
bird on stream.
There's no way. I don't care if it's on the stream. I don't care if it's 60 miles away. I don't care if it's on a fucking piece of paper. I don't do buds. I don't like them. I don't like hearing them. I don't want to see one. Let me tell you, he scared me one day out of the car, okay? He's over here telling me he fed fucking birds in the front yard and they're on the roof. I wouldn't get out of the damn SUV. I stayed my ass in my SUV. I'm like, I'm not getting out. I'm not getting out. Hell to the no. I don't like them.
John Abler said for a minute I thought she was talking about having the dog on her shoulder, but she was talking about the lizard. Deborah said, oh my God, I had that post-depression stuff. That's why I only had one child, and she's amazing, smart, kind, and beautiful. Never been arrested or addicted. Who is she? Or she is, I guess you were trying to say amazing. Oh, yep, amazing. There we go. John Ambler said, did she say boys? John. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, John. You know I love myself some good.
I hope you stub your big ass tongue.
Hold on, John. I you know as well as I do. I love myself some Mrs. Comics accent. We're easing up on the accent tonight.
I hope you stub your big ass toe and get an infection.
Shellfrog says bring him on stream. Yeah, well, probably next cafe we'll bring him out to start the stream.
Go get him
because it's his bedtime. He's sleeping. I don't want to piss him off.
Okay, so Chompy.
I don't want him biting my ear.
We have a name for Chompy. He's called the old man. This is why he's the old man, because he sits on his little stoop thing, and if you look at him the wrong way, he turns black. Because when they turn black, that means they're pissed off. And he hates the cats. He hates anybody new. The only person he don't turn black for is me and him. And our youngest one. Because the older one don't bother with him at all. But
yeah, the older one goes near him and he just...
Yeah. Which, okay, so for bearded dragons, for you to understand bearded dragons, they do this with their head to claim dominance. And he does it to everybody that he doesn't like.
Deborah goes, John Amber, stop it.
Thank you, Deborah. But no, I don't like birds. I am not a bird person. I hate them. I think they're the worst thing God created on this fucking earth. Oh, I should bring him out. But here's the problem. Hold on.
Get your own channel started.
I can't bring her out right now because she's molting and she's in her cocoon. So I can't even show her yet. But as soon as she hatches out, I will bring her over so you guys. Her name is Pumpkin.
When you start your channel,
I'll put her through I'll just keep her in her enclosure.
Fine.
I'll keep her in the enclosure. He's not freaking out. But Pumpkin is the sweetest little honey drop ever. Like, she is the best. She is the sweetest. Let me tell you, she is the best spider ever. Like, she is just so sweet. She has a little cute little dance when she's excited about getting her num-nums. She's so cute. God. But she's right now molting, so I can't bring her out right now because in their molting process, if you guys don't know about spiders molt about 6 times in their lifespan. Sometimes less. It depends on the spider. Jumping spiders 3 to 4 times. So she's in her second time molting, which means they break open out of their exoskeleton and they get bigger because they're growing, because they grow like babies and they grow up. So right now she's in the second stage of exoskeleton changing. So usually it's about 2 weeks of molting, and then it takes a week for her to harden up, and then she eats. So I have to wait till she eats because she gets really pissed off if you bother her, because she's hungry, so she's gonna be an asshole like me because I get hangry, So she's the same way. So as soon as she eats and she's good to go, I'll show her to you guys. I just don't want to overwhelm her when she just got done molting, because molting is a really sensitive process. If they molt the wrong way, she can die. And I hate to tell you guys, if she dies, I'm be devastated.
This is your third one.
Yes, because the second one didn't make it. See, I had bought one after. Jack was my first one.
I just want to get to this comment. Shelf Frog said, birds are everywhere.
Yeah, not around me.
They are everywhere. Or, yeah, Shelf Frogs, they are everywhere. And that's part of her problem. They're everywhere. So anytime, like, she would have hated it when I walked out the door.
Tell about Disney.
Well, I walked out the door this morning, and there was a bird on the step that flew away when I walked out the door. You would have died.
I'm going outside. Fuck this. I'm going outside again. I'm staying in the house.
Oh, yeah. At Disney.
Oh, my God, at Disney.
Well, no. We didn't see Kevin.
No, not Kevin. The big white ones with the fucking big-ass beaks that wanted to eat junk food. And it kept coming after me. And they kept coming after us.
Wait, what are you talking about?
The big white ones with the big-ass beaks that like to eat the junk off the floor. The nasty-looking ones.
I don't remember that happening.
It was looking like it's going to eat us.
I don't remember that happening. But no, when we went to Disney a few years ago, we took the kids down there before. This was before I got...
Oh my God, please don't tell me the story.
We went down to Disney before I got tuned into all the bullshit that Disney's been involved with.
I can't.
But no, my plan for us going down there, John Hamlin goes, pigeons? But my plan was, because we did a day at each park, my plan was to find Kevin from Up at Animal Kingdom.
No.
And to have him sneak up on Kevin is a her in the movie. Russell just names it Kevin. But to have Kevin sneak up on Mrs. Comics, and that would have been great for me and the kids. But yeah, it didn't happen though. Deborah Perkins says, "Oh my God, Comics Ed, you should bring John Ambler and I on stream. X-Wing's done it a few times. Yeah, I know he has his members. He has his members only streams that he lets people come on and hang out on. It's funny you mentioned that, Deborah. I actually was thinking of having you, John, Mrs. Comics. At some point, I got to figure out a day when to do it. But I was actually thinking about doing a mod appreciation stream for my mods here on the channel. For you, for Deborah, for John, having you all on and you all just talk and hang out. So we will definitely. That is definitely something I was thinking about doing, Deborah. You kind of spoiled the surprise.
So to answer Era of Fate, so Pumpkin right now is about that big right now. If she grows to her last molt, which is 2 years, they live up to 2 years, she'll be about that big. That's the biggest they usually get, and they stop. I am hoping that she's an egg layer. Because then I can get a male and I can mate them and have more babies.
No.
But why?
Having one of them in the house is bad. No, Deborah, you're good. Deborah said, oops, sorry, Comics Dad. You're good, Deborah. But no, more spiders is a bad thing.
That's the thing, though. Like, comics don't understand anything. What I want to do is I want to release them back out into the wild because jumping spiders are actually great for the environment. They eat all the bad bugs like mosquitoes and everything. And a lot of breeders who breed extra spiders will release them out to the wild to help with the population of mosquitoes and stuff. And me personally, Pumpkin is just such a wonderful, like, you don't understand, she's amazing. She is so sweet and so kind, and she just loves to just be held and cuddled up to. Listen, when he's not home, she'll sit at my desk and just hang out with me.
Yeah, I know. I hate that you shared that with me.
And she dances around, and she just loves it.
I don't care if I'm home or not. The fact that the thing is out crawling around the house.
She doesn't go anywhere.
I don't care. I'm gonna catch up on a couple of the chats that didn't filter through into Rumble Studio. So Eclectic Goat said earlier, Hasbro stock dropped more than 12% today. Really? Well, fingers crossed that Hasbro goes under, because I've not been a fan of things that they've been doing either, or Wizards of the Coast specifically. But also Hasbro just has been making bad business decisions ever since they decided to go all in on all the stupid Disney Marvel and Disney Star Wars toys. So yeah, it hasn't been looking good for them. I'm okay with it. And then Goat also said God created the meningeal worm and ticks. So what? I'm catching it a little late, so I don't remember the context. What we're talking about, but the context you were using.
No, see, I don't agree with her on that one. No,
hold on. Goat says if you have a spider, it seems only fair the Comics Dad gets a bird.
Then you can come get his ass. He can come live with you then. I will send him to your fucking house then. How about that? You can come get him. You know what? Pack your shit. You out.
I will say that isn't that I will say it's. It is.
Go ahead and agree.
No, I was gonna say it actually is kind of a little bit of a one-sided trade-off, because the spider, I mean, although I hate it, it's only this big, so it can at least be contained. The bird on the other hand, could be, depending on the type of bird, this big, and not as easy to contain. And also, honestly, I wouldn't want a bird anyway, because I know my mother had a bird when she was younger. I know other people that have had birds. I mean, and they've loved their birds, but they have told me birds are a pain in the ass. So,
oh my God, you bring a bird, I'll divorce your ass fast and you can blink.
She said birds were the worst thing ever. No, she said birds were the worst thing ever. Yeah, I said spiders are the worst thing ever. So. But the spider though is in a container only about this big, and it sits on top of the bearded dragon's enclosure. So if it ever gets to a point where the spider gets to be too much, I could just drop it in our bearded dragon's tank, and the two of them can go at it. He's called Chompy for a reason.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna end your life, seriously.
Era Fate said birds are definitely annoying to keep. Let's see.
That's fine. He can have a bird, but he'll lose his wife. I'm being serious. I'll move the fuck out. I'll pack my shit and I'm out. I'll sleep in the damn car. I don't care.
Era Fate over on the YouTube side said bigger pumpkin would definitely be cool to see her after. Oh, we covered that.
Hold on. Already. What did he just say? Hold on.
He said birds are definitely annoying to keep.
No. There's another thing he said.
John Adler said, "Let them fight." Deborah said, "Oh my God, Comics said no. Do not hurt wife spider. Shit." John Adler goes, "Are you not entertained?"
No.
Goat says, "If he lets you have a baby goat, can he have chickens?"
I guess I ain't getting no damn goat.
But chickens will actually save us on the cost of eggs.
I am not having a bird in my house.
What about a duck?
No.
Affleck.
None of those.
Affleck.
I'm not joking. I'm being.
What if I can train the duck to say Affleck?
What if I get divorce papers and leave right now and you'll never see me again? Over a fucking duck. Over a duck.
I mean, if it looks like a duck and walks like a duck.
Fine, you got a fucking duck then. Fuck you. I'm out. Fuck this.
Ba-dum-bum.
That's fine. Shit, I don't care.
Let's see. Deborah says, let me entertain you. Especially chicken. Yeah. Nah. I mean, we don't even have the space or the property to have any kind of like outdoor animals, so it wouldn't work out. But even then, no, that's too much. I'm okay with not having extra animals. I would actually be okay if we had less than what we had.
And that's the thing though about Pumpkin, and you can ask Comix that when Jack was my first spider. Jack was a black jumping spider. He was a male, and I had gotten him from a pet store because I wanted to try out having a jumping spider because I was arachnophobic. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared of spiders. And I met somebody on YouTube. Her name is Tarantula Cat. She actually
was it YouTube or was it over on like TikTok or something?
Her name is Tarantula Cat. I follow her on YouTube. She owns tons of tarantulas, spiders, all these different animals, and she's the one that really taught me how amazing jumping spiders were. So I decided, you know what? It's time for me to break my fear and do it. So I went and got Jack.
That's right. I forgot you did have a fear of spiders.
A deadly fear of spiders. I still won't get a tarantula. I'm scared of tarantulas still. I want to try to do one just so I can say I did it, but I like jumping spiders right now. They're just easy to maintain, and they're really sweet, and they're not as aggressive because, unfortunately, some tarantulas are aggressive. But when I got Jack, you can ask him. His mom and his uncle were visiting our house. I went to feed Jack, and Jack had just passed away. And what happened?
You cracked.
I lost it.
She lost her pet spider.
It was like the world ended for me.
Thank you, Goat. That's what I've been telling her. Eclectic Goat over on YouTube says, see, you overcame your fear of spiders. Birds are next.
I'd rather die in fucking hell. I'd rather... No,
step.
Hold on. Okay, you want to say that? Fine. I'd rather have Satan put a pineapple up my asshole than fucking...
Why are you being so graphic?
Because I'm being truthful.
You don't need to be so graphic.
I'm just saying. I'd rather be tormented by Satan the rest of my life than go near a fucking bird. That's not happening. That'll never... I'm sorry.
You don't need to be so aggressive.
I don't give a shit.
Sheesh.
I don't do buds. You know me with them fucking things. I will not go near them.
I know, you don't need to be so aggressive. Yikes. Deborah says, I just step on spiders. The end. Thank you, Deborah. John Ampler with the popcorn. Oh, man.
I don't know. Not happening. I might as well fucking just leave Comix Dag then, because if he brings a bird in here, we're done. I'm being serious. I will leave you, motherfucker.
Well, it's been a good run. Happy 6 years, Mrs. Comix.
Fuck you.
What?
I'm serious. Well, I can tolerate all animals except the fucking little feather bastards. I won't go near them. They can fly over me. As long as they don't come near me, we good. If they come near me, I'm throwing shit at them. I don't care. I'd rather have a rat than deal with a bird. Just saying.
Fair enough. But
I hate you.
Why do you hate me?
Because you started this shit.
I didn't start anything.
With the stupid bird shit.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Well, we're just about to hit the 2-hour mark, everybody. I guess we'll call it a night there. Everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I thank you. Mrs. Comix thanks you. Thank the chat. We're done talking about birds.
Thanks.
The bird talk put her in a sour mood, I guess. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. Tomorrow we will be continuing the gaming streams. I don't know what we're gonna be playing, just what I'm gonna be playing just yet. But I will be playing something. I don't know if I'm gonna do more Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii or if I'm gonna change over to something else. I gotta think about it tomorrow. But come on back tomorrow for another gaming stream. I know I'm a little behind on working on this week's read-along videos. I got to catch up on those. I'll probably just bang 2 out over the weekend. And then Sunday we have our multiplayer gaming stream again. We weren't available last Sunday to do that. Oh no, we did do it. Yeah, we did Quiplash and Mario Kart. So yeah, we'll be back for our multiplayer gaming stream next Sunday, and next Monday more gaming as well. Next Thursday, we will have Talk and Shop again, and our guest next Thursday is going to be Tomby from over on YouTube and on Rumble, the real Tomby. He's a great guy, a good man. I consider a friend of the channel from over across the pond, over in the UK, who's looking to move over here to the good old US of A and become a proper red-blooded American.
Are we meeting up with him?
I don't know yet. I don't know when they're taking. I think that I gotta see when they're. I gotta ask them when they're taking their trip.
We'll meet up.
Yeah,
because we only live one state over.
No,
they're coming through.
Yeah, they're going to be going through Baltimore and DC, I think. But what is it? I'll talk to him. I'll talk to him about it when he's on the show next week. What was that?
Support your channel.
Oh yeah, everybody. Please, if for anybody who's new to the stream tonight, or anybody who's going back watching the replay, if you enjoyed the stream, please hit like on the stream, and then also if you're over on Rumble, please hit follow on the channel. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to share the channel out there as well. Tell your friends, tell your families, tell your neighbors, your coworkers, your people you love, people you hate, your favorite other content creators. Tell everybody. We're trying to. We've had pretty good growth on the first 3 months of the channel. I'm trying to keep that momentum going. I've set a goal for the channel that we are currently at, I think, 229 subscribers.
I haven't checked.
Last I saw, we were at 229. I think I want to say, if I'm remembering correctly. The goal that I have set for myself and for you guys, the comic crew, is to help get this channel to 300 subscribers by the end of May. And because I feel like that is an attainable goal. We have been growing pretty good here, and I want to keep that momentum going. It seems like people have been enjoying what we're doing here. So just spread the word, let everybody know what's going on over here, what we're about. And then once we hit that 300 subscriber mark, I'm gonna probably start integrating another 1 or 2 things into the channel. Some stuff that I've talked about before. Also, this weekend, Mrs. Comics and I are gonna be working on getting her channel set up. We decided you're gonna be on YouTube, right? Or is it gonna be Rumble?
YouTube, right? YouTube starting out.
Yeah, so, yep, Mrs. Comics and I were talking. She's going to start out on YouTube. So this weekend, we're going to be trying to get all that set up for her and get things squared away and a graphic for the channel page and all that stuff. So make sure once that goes live, I will be sure to put it out on X. But in the meantime, make sure you go follow Mrs. Comics over on X.
You don't have to.
Because you'll post on X when the channel is live too.
Yeah.
But make sure to go follow Mrs. Comics on X. I think she's at Wife of Comics Dad on X. Or at Mrs. Comics on
No.
Mrs. Comics wife, something like that. I don't know, but look up any of those combinations on X and you'll find her. Also
at Nerdy Mama 87.
At Nerdy Mama 87. And we can also always go back and change the handle too if you ever want to. But she is her name on X is Wife of Comics Dad. Her handle is at Nerdy Mama 87. So go give her a follow over on X. If you haven't done so, follow me over on X too, because I always put on X whenever we're going live, dropping videos, all that stuff.
And if I don't talk to you guys this week, like I said, my work schedule has been absolutely next week. I'm sorry, because we're still in this week technically. Next week, if I don't talk to you guys, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful work week. I hope you guys enjoy the weekend and everything if we don't talk, because like I said, I have so much to do with work next week. And then next weekend is my baby girl's birthday. So I'm going to be taking the whole weekend to spend having a weekend birthday for her because she deserves it. We're doing something as a family on Saturday, but then Sunday's going to be
actual birthday.
Her actual birthday.
Yeah, so that Sunday we probably won't do the multiplayer stream.
No, go ahead and do it. She'll be in bed.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's going on.
But I just want to be able to enjoy her double-digit birthday because this is the first time she's hitting double digits, and I just want to give her the best experience and enjoy it.
Error of Fate. I'll put a post out on the YouTube channel as well when she gets the channel up and running. I'll put it in the Discord. Error of Fate. I'll just put it in the Discord because I know you're in there. So, but yeah. Everybody, thank you again so much for hanging out with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed this edition of Comix Couple Cafe. I love you. I love you. Thank you for hosting with me. I love you.
I hope you die.
But everybody, don't forget to also to support your local comic shops, support independent comic creators, support small content creators like myself, like the Eclectic Goat, who's kind enough to hop in the chat and join us tonight. What else am I missing?
Classy.
Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Y'all take care of yourselves. Stay classy. And I'll be covering this probably in the next month or so. But since I talked about independent comic creators, Project Nausis, a fellow New Jerseyan, created that book. Paul Fair over on X. He did a great job. I haven't read through the whole thing, but it's a fun book so far. So go check it out. Go ahead.
Okay. So real quick, what I want to do for my birthday as a birthday wish to myself, I'm going to talk to Comix about it. I'm going to use his channel because I'm not going to do comic books on my channel. My favorite book right now is Let This Be the Devil. I told you guys about my last stream when I was doing my own stream. I explained the Jersey Devil comic. So for my birthday wish, I want to read issues 1 and 2 for my birthday on his channel, or have him read it for me because I suck at like.
I was going to surprise you this weekend. One of this weekend's comics relongs was going to be the first issue with it.
Well, I want to do 1 and 2 for my birthday. So
I will do the second one for your birthday.
Look out for that. It's an awesome issue. Oh my god, I love it so much. But I'm really excited for the second one to come out. It's coming out, I think, in like 2 weeks. I think they said. I forgot. I have to look.
Well, I'll look it up on that app that we use.
I am excited because it's the first time that my favorite monster in the whole entire universe is actually a comic book now, and it's my favorite urban myth, which he's not really a myth to me. He's actually real, but that's just me. But
folklore.
Yeah, what do you want to call it?
Excuse me.
What was that you just put?
Johnny Lambert was just saying he may be late Sunday hanging out with the family that day.
Well, you enjoy time with your family. I hope you have a great time. And like I said, next week I just don't know where I'm going to be at. And next weekend I definitely probably won't be on it much, because my daughter's birthday is more important than anything else. So
we may, depending upon how things, because we have family coming out.
Well, Saturday we can't.
Not this coming weekend, but the following weekend we have family coming out for her daughter's birthday. So I don't even know if we'll do a Friday gaming stream that week. It depends upon what's going on. But you guys will be in the know. I'll put it on X and on Discord and on the YouTube and all that stuff. But yeah, Fear the Beardo is the master of the long introductions. I'm the master of the long outros.
Especially when I'm on.
So thank you guys again so much. Y'all take care. This is Comics Dad and Mrs. Comics signing off. We'll see y'all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.